Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I'm your host, your YouTube Messiah, and often imitated, never duplicated superstar to Vicious, and we are talking about Raw this week was in Anaheim, California. We are 2 weeks out from No Mercy, and I gotta tell you, this Raw was a really good one. I was there, typically, your typical, I hate using this term, but normally your typical internet wrestling fan will go and shit all over everything, but tonight, surprisingly, I did not see one person try and shit on anything. Everything was actually, it was a good show. It was a good show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was nice. Raw started out, Roman Reigns started out with the very first match tonight, Roman Reigns going against Jason Jordan. This was more so because last week, Cena went against Jordan, and Roman called Cena's punk card on it, saying, how come it took a 16-time champ and a 10-plus year veteran to go over 20 minutes to put out a rookie? So, this is basically Roman's way of having to put his money where his mouth is. Now, some people, they did not like the idea of Jordan with this. I did see that because, some were thinking, oh, Jordan's just gonna job. He's just gonna job. Okay, so what? You don't need to always win to get over. If you put on a hell of a performance, guaranteed, you're not only going to be over with the fans, but you're going to be over with the bosses in the back. That's just a proven fact. Either way though, back to the lecture at hand. This match, real nice match, had a nice start, there was good back and forth in it, right at the start. Nice feel out. Now, Roman wound up getting control real quick right after the break, and like I said, this decent enough match. They showed Cena backstage watching on the big screen TV in the one spot, which that always confused me. You just see the guy standing there watching. Like, how do you know that person that's supposed to stand there doesn't have like crippling sciatic problems? Maybe they would like a nice cushy seat or something. Just saying, give them a chair, let them get a chance to have some popcorn or something, let them actually watch the match like if they were a fan. But that's just me. Now Jordan started to build up a small comeback, but it was eventually met to a bitter end when Roman wound up catching him with a spear, caught the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. So after that, Cena came out and cut a promo. Them two, and I'm not gonna lie, I am really excited to see this Roman Cena match, but this build up, it's impressing me, but it's also taking me back to when it was Cena versus Rock, because in a way it reminds me of that. It's like them rehashing it, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, because there's only so many stories you can do in wrestling, so you work with what you got, and this is it at this moment in time. So he comes out. So John comes out, and John is slaying Roman with these promos, man. No lie on that. Talking about on how he wound up doing, how it took him so long to do it, and basically to sum up on how he was gonna whoop Roman's ass. And I don't know about y'all, but me personally, the way John's coming off, he's coming off hard, like he's digging back into his Dr. Thugonomics type way, because he's got that kind of snap in his voice. And as he's leaving, Next thing you know, Roman's like, whoa, 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 get your ass back in here, bitch. Goes, starts calling him out, and then John just looks at him. Okay, you want to shoot like this, I'm going to put it into terms that you can understand. I'm the drug test. You ain't going to get past me. And then he just dropped the mic and walked off. Honestly, there was no way to get back from that. Roman's just like, yeah. You know, secretly he was thinking, that motherfucker, I'm going to punch him in the head like a cheap hooker when I get backstage. Don't ask how I know why people would punch hookers, cheap hookers in the back of the head. Okay, don't, just stop. Moving on. Next matchup we got, it was Sasha Banks going against Emma with, now Alexa Bliss was at commentary, and then eventually Nia came out to join her for whatever reason, I don't know, but either way, this was a very short-lived back and forth. You know, Sasha wound up getting the bank statement in, quick tap out, so Sasha wins. You know, okay. Now, with that being said, obviously with No Mercy coming up, everyone's saying who's gonna win. You know, everyone's thinking everyone's pulling off the bets, saying, oh, Emma's on there just so that way, you know, whoever wins can pin her, so that way the others look strong. That way the others can still look good. You know, and that might be the case, but let's just say for the sake of argument, if, and I emphasize, if Emma wins, just imagine the blowback from that. Although, honestly, whoever it is, I feel sorry for, because Asuka's going to be coming to Raw soon, and yeah, that means whoever's going to hold the belt after Sunday is just going to be keeping it warm until Asuka gets it. So, yeah, get your last rites in now while you can before she kicks your head off. Now, that being said, next matchup we got, it is Goldust going against Bray Wyatt. Right at the start of the bell, Goldie, nice, quick, hard hitting, but you know, Bray Wyatt catches up with him, winds up hitting him, boom, Sister Abigail. Now, before the match though, do want to point out on how Bray called out Goldust about wearing the paint, you know, much like in the same way he was calling out Balor about with the paint for the demon bit. Now, Bray, he caught Goldie, hit him with the Sister Abigail, boom, 1, 2, 3. After that, grabbed a rag, and then just went like a freaking parent with a kid eating, just after getting done eating spaghetti. And then just dug the rag into Goldie's skin. Rub, 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 rub. Took that paint clean off. Next thing you know, Finn comes on out, goes, stops him, and then calls him out. Bray walks off. So they're obviously, you know, it's a nice build up to it. And honestly, I see that match going towards Finn's favor, but there's still, you know, something's telling me expect something as far as what Bray goes. Next matchup we got, it is Kalisto going against Elias Sampson, and I'm not gonna lie, I have mixed feelings on this because Kalisto I could really, but Elias Sampson just, if I had to choose between Elias and a Rock, guarantee I would pick the Rock. And I'm not talking a wrestler Rock, I'm talking like an actual like rock, like off the ground kind of thing. Forget it, you guys aren't getting it. Thanks for that horrible joke, Wade. Production crew, you get what you pay for. Either way, as far as with this match goes, you know, Kalisto, you know, worked out good, real nice, quick pace. Elias, though, winds up catching up quick, stops him dead in his tracks, plays the power game, and frickin' drives him into the ground with a frickin' power bomb where I swear I thought it was going to put a hole through the ring. Next thing you know, picks him up, hits him with the drifter, which is pretty much like a swinging neck breaker, or like the Honky Tonk Man's chart buster or whatever it was his swinging neck breaker was called. Or shake, rattle, and roll, that's what it was. Sorry. But, yeah. Hit him with that, and then that was it. So, now we get to the next match, which was hands down match of the night. John Cena, Braun Strowman. In which case, I walked into this match just thinking, oh dear God, oh dear God, oh dear God, please don't let Braun get buried under this. Please don't let Braun get buried, because not many guys come back from a Cena loss. But man, was this good. Braun was just... They played Braun the exact way with John, just like they were with everyone else, which was perfect. Absolutely beautiful. You know? And I can't think of any other good way to really put it. It was just Braun, the psychology in it. It was great, you know. It was reminding me of like that SummerSlam match between Cena and Brock Lesnar. And it just... Now, match wound up coming to an end. Well, technically it should have come to an end sooner, because as they were outside, Braun threw John up against a set of stairs, brought him back in, decided to go and manhandle him some more, got him outside. And just as Cena's starting to come and run around to try and pick up a second wind, Braun picks up a thing of stairs and boom, throws him at him. And pretty sure saw indents from the stairs in Cena's skull right there, like right up on his forehead. Which case, for whatever reason, the ref seen it, clear as day, and just like, hey, you can't do that. You know, just that kind of yell, like, what the fuck? What? Why are you not calling it for that? But for whatever reason, Braun picked up a set of stairs, put it in the ring, and then gave Cena a running power slam on that. And yeah, so that's when he decided to call the match, you know, because heaven forbid the match should be thrown out, and it should be considered a disqualification if you use a weapon prior to bringing it into the ring. I try to defend, you know, all forms of wrestling, whether it's WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, whatever the hell. But if I see bullshit in any promotion, even if it's one that I like, I'm still going to call bullshit on it. Now, either way. Next matchup we got Miz versus Enzo, and on how this came to be was Miz was getting ready to start up Miz TV, but before he did, he broke the news. Him and Maryse are expecting a child, in which case, congratulations to you guys. As a parent myself, I can tell you it's going to be fun, and you're going to have a lot of sleepless nights for about the first 2 years after the baby's born. But either way, congratulations again, but Enzo wound up coming out as Miz was cutting a promo saying on how, unlike Kurt Angle, I'll be there for our child, which, great way to bring it all back home to go, cycle right back to the Jason Jordan's matches. But Enzo comes out, starts running his mouth, and then Miz gets into him just like he did Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack, burying him like, listen, you have a problem. There's a reason why you get kicked off a bus. There's a reason why you get kicked out of the locker room. I was in that same hole you were. But you know what? I got out of it. I learned to shut my damn mouth, basically. And honest to God, I hate sounding like one of these fucking hipster trendy pricks saying this, but honestly, it feels sad because me and Corey Graves were really the ones that were hating on Enzo long before it was cool to. You know, but either way. Either way, though, yeah. So, Enzo starts running his mouth saying, hey, you know what? I don't need anyone. I don't need Cass behind me. I don't need this guy or that guy or whatever. I got these right here. So why don't you put your money where your mouth is and you give me a match? And which then leads to the match. And this, you know, Miz was in decent control for it, you know, which case prior to, when they were doing the feeling out, Enzo got outside, grabbed the mic, tried to go and run his mouth on Miz. Miz stopped him and then grabbed the mic, like, hey Enzo, how you doing? Wham! How you doing? Wham! How you doing? Wham! How you doing again? Wham! On the apron, threw him in, and just as he was up on the top rope, Enzo hits it and Miz splits the difference. Next thing you know, Enzo grabs the mic, says, hey, instead of stealing my catchphrase, like you steal everyone else's bit, maybe you should be asking your wife, who's your daddy? Maybe you should be asking your wife and the baby, who's your daddy? Which case, tell you from first-hand experience, best way to ever piss off a first-time father, have question on if they are the father of the kid. Guarantee you're going to wind up seeing whole new levels of fucking rage off of that person. In which case, after he said that, I don't know if it was legit or not, but Miz just went ballistic on him, just started pounding him like crazy. Once he got outside, Miz's flunkies, the Miztourage, Bo and Axel started beating on him. In which case then, oh, what joyous days. I could watch an Enzo ass whooping all day. And that's the honest truth, folks. Now, either way, after they're done giving him the ass kicking, after they're done giving him an ass kicking, you know, Miz winds up bringing him back in the ring, and boom, skull crushing finale, that's it. I have never cheered for the Miz harder in my life than I did for that short moment of time they were in a match. That being said, now we're on to the main event of the night. 8-man tag team action. Sheamus and Cesaro with the Good Brothers themselves, Luke Gallows, Karl Anderson going against Seth, Dean, and the Hardys. And this came to be because earlier, excuse me, earlier, Sheamus and Cesaro were set to go against Gallows and Anderson with Seth and Dean on commentary, and just as they were, next thing you know, as Sheamus and Cesaro come out, Seth and Dean just start eyeing them up, and then they start brawling, and then Gallows and Anderson come out, and all three of them start brawling. And then when they get backstage, Ambrose looks at Kurt like, hey, we want them. Give us a match. Angle's like, I can't run the risk of putting you guys in that kind of a match against them too, just like that, right before No Mercy. Tell you what though, you get someone else to help you, I'll give you an 8-man match. Okay. So they start looking around. Ambrose asked 2 interns. Obviously, no. Ambrose then finds Dean Malenko, and I still laugh when I think about this, the Authority's secret weapon, Jamie Noble. I still can't say it without I still can't say that with a straight face. The Authority's secret weapon, Jamie Noble. Then he says, nah, you guys are in suits. You're not dressed to fight. And then they find the Hardys, and then they say, okay, you guys, we want you. So that's on how the match comes to be. Right at the start, right when the bell rings, everyone's brawling all around. Everyone's swinging at each other like mad. And then right afterwards, the faces, they were in control. And then eventually, as things pick up, Ambrose is in there. He winds up becoming a punching bag. The heels take control of it. And, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was a mediocre match, but it was decent because it was a way to help build up. Help build up the feud for the tag match coming up at No Mercy. And letting other guys get a chance to have TV time. Because, a lot of people have their opinions about a wrestler being, quote, buried. Honestly, are you on TV? Are you getting a paycheck? Then you're not getting buried. So stop worrying on if you're getting buried. And enjoy the fact that, you know, you're getting TV time and you got a fucking paycheck. You know? That's, you know. But either way, that's my view on it. Now, there was this decent match. Ambrose, he was the team punching bag, like I said, but, you know, Seth, he wound up getting hot tag in. Seth came in, started clearing house all over. You know, everyone was outside on how the match came to an end. Sheamus and Cesaro, they were knocked outside. They wound up regrouping right at the entryway. And just as they were getting ready to get back in, Matt and Jeff were standing on the apron like, come on, motherfucker, come on, I dare you, I want you to come here, come on. All the while, they're sizing up all the while Seth and Dean are sizing up Gallows and Anderson. They take out Gallows. Anderson's in there, Seth hits him with the knee, and then Ambrose, boom, dirty deeds, 1, 2, 3. That was that. So, honestly, I can't complain because you're given a tag team match for the main event, and not only that, you're betting your main event on, for lack of a better term, and I'm not saying this in an insultive way, so before all you smarky McSmarkertons want to go and blast me in the comments, mid-carders. For lack of a better term, because until one of them's chasing after the title and putting a title picture, that's all they pretty much are right now at this point in time. But, yeah, I mean, it was good, you know, and you're letting them get a chance to close out the show. How good's that? Now, with that being said, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Look for me on Twitter at TimVicious. Also, I have another account, Tim_Vicious. Also, do got that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. Also, folks, make sure y'all check out the Dad Show. It's a lifestyle podcast, storytelling podcast, whatever kind of podcast really you want to see it as. Info on that is down below. It's hosted by me and two of my good brothers, Danny Sunday, and my producer for this show, Ollie Ben. Folks, do not forget to also follow all of these cool-ass cats right here on Twitter. Axel Mulligan, make sure y'all check out Axel's newest project, Brit Wrestling Review. They talk about British and European wrestling, Sunday wrestling. My two co-hosts for the Dad Show, I am Danny Sunday, and my executive producer, Oliver Ben, who provided the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check him out. His music's out there on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details on that are in the description. Cranky asshole, Aaron_DeBoer, as well as Dazzy MWP. And folks, like I always tell y'all, if you love me, great, you hate me. Fuck you.